We're now going to turn to this story. There's actually been a major development in the fight against Alzheimer's. Georgetown University scientists designed a blood test. A person could learn if they're at risk for developing Alzheimer's within 3 years of the testing.
A study published in Nature Medicine finds a 90% accuracy rate, but larger clinical trials are still needed. Dr. James Galvin joins us. He's a professor of neurology at New York University Langone Medical Center. Hello, doctor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really good, but they're using words like game changer to describe this. How is it a game changer?
Well, typically, in order to have some sense of whether someone's at risk for Alzheimer's disease, we'd had to rely on very expensive PET scans, nuclear medicine scans, or spinal taps. This is a blood test. Blood is readily accessible. So if the test holds out over time, this could really change the way we think about risk of developing Alzheimer's disease.
So what would a 3 years heads up do for many patients? What can be done? Can you retard Alzheimer's disease?
Well, interesting, right now there are a number of trials that are beginning that are called prevention trials. That is, giving drugs that potentially could prevent someone from developing the disease. The tricky part is we don't really know who's going to develop disease. So it's the perfect storm. A test that could tell us, drugs that could stop it, going together could really change the game.
So what's the horizon on this in terms of, when it might actually be in use?
Well, a test typically will take from a paper like this about 2 or 3 years before it would come to clinical use. The current clinical trials probably going to take 2 or 3 years before, if it works, it would be approved. So again, you're looking at the perfect storm. A test and a drug that might come out at the same time might make a huge difference for many older adults.
We were talking about this morning, but what is the benefit of knowing since it can't be treated?
Well, there are currently treatments that will we can effectively look at the symptoms of disease.
Because it can't be cured is a better way of phrasing the question.
So we can't cure the disease, but knowing whether you're at risk for disease could make a big difference for many people. Planning, setting one's business affairs in order. Also, take that trip that you want to take, spend more time with your grandchildren. So there are a lot of things that from a personal perspective can make a huge difference if you know ahead of time.
And from a medical perspective, it's important too.
From a medical perspective, we can think about getting on the right treatments, looking at lifestyle modifications, helping someone prepare sort of their social support network that's going to help them transition through the stages of disease.
Really promising news. Thank you, Dr. James Galvin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.